Welcome to AI Hands and Minds. This is workshop number 17. If you're coming here for the first time, this is a continuation of 14 different workshops where we build a complete AI-powered auto insurance agent application from scratch using AWS Cloud, Bedrock, AgentCore, Strands, Gateway, MCP, and RAG. Each workshop builds directly on top of the previous one. I highly recommend watching the previous workshop first. The links are in the description below. If you're already caught up, thank you for doing it. Let us dive into this workshop number 17. So this workshop, what you're going to be doing is we're going to be creating the main program, and we're going to deploy through here and push it to the agent core, which will connect this link. So this main program, we're going to add a connection gateway to this. That way, when we deployed, this path is already there inside the program. We are going to add this. So this will complete this path, and that is what we are going to be doing in this lab. And in the next lab, which is the last lab, we are going to be doing this final piece where that will complete the whole applications. Okay, let us go and do the lab. So now we are in Kiro. We are going to create one directory called W17 app and go into the directory. And we're going to type in the command AgentCore create. This will create the required folders for AgentCore to run and deploy. The project name, we're going to supply this as our project name. W17 project, and click yes for an agent and supply the agent of your choice. In our case, we're going to say W17 agent. And we're going to choose bring my own code, and we're going to hit enter twice and choose the direct code deploy, and we're going to hit the default. We're going to hit default, and we're going to hit it. So now this will create the required folders for AgentCore command to run for both deploy and invoke. So let's take a look at the directory it created, right? It created the project directory, it created the AgentCore and app directory. Under the app, it created the agent directory. Under the agent, there's nothing there. This is where we will copy our 3 programs. So out of 3 programs, 2 programs we will copy from the workshop 11. Since there is no change in those programs, the first one is the pyproject.tyml. It's just a configuration file. We are just going to copy from 11th workshop into this workshop. Paste it. And similarly, they copy the requirements.txt. Copy, paste it. So let us do the listing. Now we see 3 projects. Now let us do the listing. Now we see the 2 programs copied. So earlier we saw 2 programs copied from the workshop 11. Now we are copying the main.py from Git. So the main.py is also copied here. If you open the main.py, you look at the line number 7. So that's one of the comment we added. Essentially, we added the gateway for the RAG gateway, knowledge base gateway. The line number 6 logic was there earlier. Line number 7 logic we are just adding now to explore the gateway number 2. Okay, so this is the line which we are going to make sure what you have is matching with the current gateway URL what you created in the previous workshop. So previous workshop we created which one? The first one, right? W16. That's a gateway we created for RAG. So we need to make sure that's what the value you have in your main.py. So that is what we have, and make sure the region is good. And if you scroll down, let's take a look at how we are instructing on what basis it's going to take the gateway decision. So it's a system prompt. We are telling, hey, you have access to 4 tools. The gateway 1 has got 3 tools. That's the first 3 tools. And similarly, the gateway 2 has got the new tool, which is the knowledge base. So this is where we are instructing it to act accordingly, how to route the logic, whether to go to the gateway 1 or gateway 2. Now we are running the agent code deploy. This will take 2 to 3 minutes to run. So we're going to pause and come back. So it's complete. Now it would have pushed the code into the AWS cloud and it would have created the runtime agent. So if you go to the agent core runtime and if you look at this menu, the very first one we just created now based on the agent core deploy operation. So let us run this command to make sure we didn't break any of the old functionality, right? So this is the old functionality, getting a policy information. Okay, and that comes clean and good. So this is indeed what we have inside the DynamoDB table. So we didn't break any old functionality. Now let us do what is the new functionality, right? If you go to the S3 bucket, we have uploaded 6 files in this few workshops back, right? So that is what the vector store has got, this value. If you look at these 6 files, this is where the RAG will have to answer based on our question. So the same files, it's in Git, we are just showing in the Git to see what is there. So if you look at the first line, it says, if your name is Elon Musk, you'll be charged additional $1,000. So this is one of the company policy. This is one of the company rules. So when we ask some question, it needs to go and look at the company rules and answer accordingly. So now we are asking, what is the charge for Elon Musk? Well, it came back with some response. Let's take a look at it. I don't think we have answered what we are looking for. It answered very generic, like a typical chat GPT kind of answers. It doesn't know the internal data. It didn't read the internal data. For some reason, it failed to read the internal data. It has assumed itself and answering very generically, which means it's not working for us, right? So we just need to go and debug and come back. Okay, now let's think through, right? Who is accessing this S3 data? The very first player who is going to be accessing is the Amazon Bedrock knowledge base agent. So let us go and test this guy to make sure whether this guy is able to read it. So this is the first level of test we wanted to do. Okay, so let us click the test button and let us select the model. Choose the model of your choice, and then let us put the question. Let us put the same question what we typed in the laptop. Well, it came clean. This is the right answer. So which means the knowledge base is working fine. Something else is breaking. Okay, so this is a document. It read the lines and it answers correctly. So what is the next one, which is calling the knowledge base? It's a Lambda program. So let us go and debug the Lambda program. So let us go to the Lambda. Okay, let us go to the test tab and put the same question what we did earlier. What is the search charge for Elon Musk? Click the test button and scroll up and let's see what the answer is. Okay, so it is throwing errors. So which means Lambda is the culprit. The error, it says unable to import module, which means I think we know why. Okay, if you scroll down here and inside runtime there is a parameter for handler. I think that is where the mistake. Let us edit and change the value. So what's the value we need to put? Let's see. Let's go and confirm to make sure we are spelling it correct. So cancel it. Go to the code, scroll up, and you see the first line. That is what the name we have put. Apparently we should put the second line, which is a lambda underscore function. So let us go and put this lambda underscore function. So delete that, put lambda underscore function and click save. So this should get rid of that error. Let us go and do the test again. Okay, click the test button again. Okay, now it's green, which means that error is gone. Now we are hitting a different error saying that the model is not supported. So looks like it didn't like this. So we'll change it. Let's change with different one. So the model ARN is here, right? So we are going to change to some different value. So that's a new value we have. Okay, let us do the testing one more time. Okay, very nice. Now it works. So now it brought the answer what we wanted to see, which is it says if your name is Elon Musk, you'll be charged additional $1,000, which is good. So now we have fixed the lambda problem. So this clears the path for us to test again in our laptop. So let us go to the laptop, which is the Kiro CLI, and rerun the same command. Let us see. It doesn't look like it brought the answer. It did not bring the answer. Okay, so it looks like still it's broken. So now let's think through what else is pending, right? So we tested knowledge base, we tested lambda, now still the gateway, and the runtime is standing in between. So we need to go and take a look at it. Let's debug and come back. Okay, after debugging, we found out there's one policy information diagram is a problem. So we're going to go to one of the roles. We added some policy in workshop number 15. Open the one, yeah, the W8 Apex policy. So this is the one we have, not the policy, the role. So here we have 4 policies here. Out of 4 policies, one policy we added in workshop 15 for Bedrock knowledge base access. So that's where the problem is. We need to fix it. If you open it, it has got JSON. Now we got the new version of JSON here. If you want to know what was the old version, if you go to the workshop number 15, you will know the old version, but this is the fixed one. We added a few more lines, including that model ARN, that information was missing, plus few more actions. So those two we fixed it. So this is the new version, which is right in the Git. You will not get hit with this issue because the Git has got the latest corrected version. So the people who are going to try this will not see this issue what I am seeing now. Okay. So let us go and do the test one more time in the Kiro CLI, which is running in my laptop. Okay, let us run the command one more time here. Okay, so it responded. Let's take a look at it. Okay, very good. Now it answered the question correctly, which means it read the knowledge base database. Fantastic. So now this confirms that the whole end-to-end is working all the way from the CLI till the vector database. So that completes the goal of this workshop. All right, let us summarize what we did in this workshop. So in this workshop, we created the main.python program here in the Kiro IDE, and we made sure this program has got the correct links to the gateway 2. Earlier we already had this gateway 1 connections. Now we just added gateway 2 and then deployed it to the agent core, and we did the testing. We did two kind of testing. One is to make sure we didn't break anything here. We tested one of this path, and we also tested something here, which means we have some data. We had some data here. We made sure it was working here. Apparently, we did a lot of testing, right? The n-1 should be tested before n. So that's a principle we did. We tested here, then we tested here, then we tested here, then we tested here. Okay, the next level, the 5th level testing we're going to be doing here. So that is what this lab is all about. So let us go and do the next lab, guys. Until then, thank you. We'll see you.